So here's a rare bit of good news. A judge this week, a U.S. District Judge, Walker, ruled that yes, Florida's voter suppression law is in fact racist, and therefore almost all of it cannot stand. But that's not it. In addition to explicitly saying in his ruling, a 288-page ruling, by the way, in addition to calling it racist, saying that, yep, you're suppressing black people and that was your goal here, he did something else. He re-enjoined Florida into the pre-clearance provisions of the Voting Rights Act. Now that's the bigger takeaway. It's great that he struck down parts of this law. Obviously, it's going to be appealed, yada, yada, all that. We'll wait and see what the final ruling is. But putting Florida back under pre-clearance, do you know how big that is? If that part stands, then that means the state of Florida cannot ever change their voting laws without getting clearance from the federal government, from the federal court system. Which means it's going to be a hell of a lot harder for Republicans that have controlled the state of Florida for over 20 years now to suppress the vote. That is huge. Honest to God, it's one of the best things I have seen in this country in many, many months now. Because that could dramatically change the makeup down here in the state of Florida. So, of course, now we're back under pre-clearance. Now these Republicans can't do whatever the hell they want without anyone looking over their shoulders. Again, that's a good thing. And again, the Voting Rights Act gave them that, even though the Supreme Court, of course, 9 years ago, I believe it was, weakened the Voting Rights Act. So pre-clearance is not actually quite as strong as it used to be, but it's still fairly strong. And it's still a good move by this judge. So again, in the meantime, this is going to be appealed by these Republicans. They're not going to go down without a fight. So hopefully, though, there is this injunction and these rules do not go into effect until after the appeals process is over. That could significantly help Democrats here in the state of Florida in the midterms. But some of the damage, of course, has already been done. Now they may have to undo it if there is, in fact, an injunction. As of right now, from what I've seen, I don't believe they have one in place. They may, I just haven't seen it. So that's that. This is a great ruling, great for the state of Florida, bad for Republicans, but you had it coming. You got too arrogant. Again, I'll use the Icarus comparison. You flew too close to the sun, and now you're coming crashing back down to earth. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for fresh content every single day of the week. Just smash that subscribe button, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, and share the video.